Something that's strange that I realized is a lot of people don't know how to start a fire with all the proper tools, a lighter, and everything they would need. So today, I'm going to be giving a short tutorial on how to start a fire with a lighter and everything that you need. So there's 3 classes of wood when making a fire. There's tinder, there's kindling, and then there's fuel. I'm going to gather all 3 of these. Alright, let's start with some tinder. So, I'm pretty sure everyone has one of these in their backyard, a stick with skin still on it. You don't want stuff like this, which doesn't have skin on it. You want the bark on it. So you're gonna take a knife, and this method can be interchanged to whatever you want, but you're gonna skin the bark off, and you make sure that this wood is dry. So just take little bits and pieces off of it, and this stuff starts a great little tinder that will go into the kindling, because fire is always something that climbs. So downward wood or stuff that's big, like if you just try and light a log or something like this with a lighter directly, it won't light. And you're not gonna try and dig in, you're just gonna try and scrape the top off. Almost like it shouldn't be that difficult. Like if you're pressing and it's a difficult push, it should just be kind of swiping off the top surface level stuff. And even this like second level stuff is good. Just quickly skim these off and I'll see you then. You break some of this stuff and you got some kindling. This stuff is like almost like a good rare steak. The inside of it's so dry it'll burn quickly. Snaps. So people use that for cooking and other stuff. More kindling. I'm gonna break this. Alright, next up, we're gonna get some kindling. This is the middle step between the fire and stuff like that, the wood. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna look around your yard and you're gonna try and find some sticks. There's a stick. Break it in half. The smaller the better, because when you're looking at something, like from a perspective of kindling, the better it is to start a fire, the smaller it is, because it has to eat through it for it to actually be a fire. Alright, I'm gonna grab some sticks. That's beautiful. That's good. That's good. That's good. This is good. This is all good. Now that is a set of kindling that you can be proud of. A couple more. And that's good. The fuel. One of the most favorite parts of it. It takes so long for it to actually wick through the actual fuel. One log can burn for like a good 3 or 4 minutes. If you have a blazing fire, I mean. A good piece of fuel wood can last about 10 minutes before it's like burnt out. And it's not hard to get it, especially when you have this. Just grab a couple pieces, 3 or 4 will do. Now we're gonna put our kindling on there. These are bigger, not finely as tuned, and just from the ground. They have a little moisture in them, but they're still pretty dry. So just keep stacking in that star shape, because it really encourages fire to keep, encroaching on the teepee shape. It's becoming a bigger fire. This is pretty wet. Now, these are our fuel logs. We're gonna put these on a little later. You have dry leaves. Make sure they're dry, first off, but these can really help the fire. So, sprinkle these all over your teepee, all around it. It'll really make sure it comes over it instead of just fizzling out. And I'm gonna take this, put it at the edge. Make sure it's at an angle, because straight up, it's just gonna burn all the way through. We're gonna take this. Fire will tend to move these. Make sure they have a good and hardy structure. This part's almost like a puzzle, but once you get it, it sticks. Now, if you have the absolute liberty to waste this much paper, then do it, because it'll really add another element to your fire. It'll start it exponentially quicker. So I'm gonna use it because this is a backyard tutorial, and this is something that you're gonna find in your house. So to start your fire, you're really gonna want to take one of these paper towels. Now, you don't need to. You can light leaves directly or try and light the tinder, but this is a lot easier. You're gonna roll it up nice and tight, just so it can cut, just so the fire can really just rip its way through that. All right, now you're gonna take this, you're gonna find a good place that's under just about everything, and then I'm gonna try almost over here. You take your lighter, mine, and pretty much all of these handheld bendy ones that I like. You press in on this, you start it, and a little flame comes out. Now, I'm gonna really ensure that this is under everything. Might have to change some of the infrastructure to do that. But make sure nothing's leading out of the fire pit, and we're gonna light it. Make sure to put little leaves. It's gonna catch that. Make sure it's under there. Extra log right where the fire is, which is something you can do. It'll take a while for it to burn through, but it's definitely gonna work its way through. Well, we're getting things cooking. Really good for the mosquitoes. They've been biting like crazy out here in northeastern America in the autumn. That's why we all have all these leaves, because it's the fall. So if you see this smoke, that's not bad. Well, it could be, but if you hear the crackling, like there is, it means it's just burning its way through. And I might light this just for a little help. For the leaves. primal instincts that make you feel so good about starting a fire. And it's so warm and nice. The fire's been going for a little bit. I think I'm gonna cook a little bit of sausage on it. Eli, how does that sound? A couple sausages. How does that sound? There we go. Grab this, put it on a little jowl, and there we go. Oh. Now that is a crispy little one. It's getting kind of late. I'm gonna eat my sausage. It's so good. Amazing. If you like this video, please subscribe. I would appreciate it so much. I'm trying to go to Alaska, and I don't really have too much money for that. So if you subscribe, it'll definitely help it. So beautiful.